Yes, indeed. B Marsh Boxing back at it one more again with another boxing video. So this is my breakdown and prediction for this IBF vacant, what is it, flyweight, super flyweight title between, is it super flyweight or flyweight? I think flyweight. Yeah, flyweight, because it's the belt Donnie Nietzsche's left behind. Between Muhammad Waseem and from Pakistan, I believe 8-0 with 6 KOs versus what's his name? Moruti Mthalane or Babyface. So it's the Babyface versus the Falcon. Mthalane versus Muhammad Wasim. I think Mthalane has, I think, like two losses, maybe two losses. About 35 wins, 24 KOs, or 34 wins, 24 KOs. So this is a very good fight, man. Very good fight, man. This is actually um, one of the better fights of the year, to be honest. For me personally, you know what I mean? I know I'm sure a lot of people are not even gonna be up on these fighters, you know what I mean? They're not even American, these guys from one from Pakistan, one from South Africa. They're not gonna get a lot of press, but I'm gonna give it to them, man. Here we go, man, for this breakdown and prediction. Now, Mohammed Wasim is a guy with an extensive amateur background, very extensive. You know what I mean? This man has been in a lot of tournaments, Commonwealth tournaments, all world boxing tournaments. He ain't never been to the Olympics though, or at least never won no title. I don't think he been to the Olympics, but he does have an extensive amateur background. Only 8 wins, six KOs, no losses, and he's fighting a former world champion in Moruti. You know what I mean? Moruti was a champion for like 5 years, I believe from like 2009 till 2014. You know what I'm saying? This man was a world champion, 5 years. Couldn't get the fights that he wanted. I think it's because he was a dangerous fighter. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people avoided him. You check it because he grew, for being a world champion, it was hard for him to get fights. You know what I mean? He traveled a few times. I think he traveled to Panama. That's one fight I seen. I forgot the name of the guy he fought, but he beat the shit out of him in Panama. But anyways, Muhammad Wasim, I'm not too familiar with the guys he fought. He fought 112 rounder against a Filipino guy, and he beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a majority decision. You know what I'm saying? So he escaped with that one. First, it was his first 10, 12 rounder. This gonna be his second. Moruti, for his background, he's a guy. I remember when he fought Nonito Donaire. Gave Donaire a good fight. You know what I mean? Donaire was just bigger than him, and I think Moruti was cautious of Donaire's power. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't really letting his hands go in that fight like he usually does. You know what I mean? He tried to fight behind the high jab, high guard, excuse me, Winky right style, but he wasn't really throwing his right hand or and he got his face battered. You know what I mean? I remember that fight got called for a stoppage because of his eye. His eye started to swell up. You know what I mean? Around the orbital bone. You check it. So the doctor stopped the fight. But since then, he's been on a 10 fight winning streak. You know what I mean? Moruti been doing the damn thing. The man hasn't lost since 2008. He's been 10 years. The man hasn't lost. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's a good fighter. You know what I mean? Take nothing away from him. You check it. But he's facing a guy with a good amateur background, a guy training in the Mayweather gym, Muhammad Wasim, trained by, excuse me, Jeff Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So as far as styles, man, I think Maruti is a guy who keeps the high guard. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who's going to be stalking Muhammad Wasim, and I think that's what he needs to do. Both guys are flat-footed fighters. You know what I mean? And Muhammad Wasim, I probably would say is a quicker fighter, and but what's his name? Muruti. His hands are quick too, but that's when he has an opponent hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's when he goes for the gusto. Muhammad Wasim is a good boxer, likes to fight in the center of the ring. You know what I'm saying? He got better reflexes, in my opinion, than Muruti. Head movement, you know what I'm saying? Stepping out of the way of punches, you know what I mean? For a guy who's flat footed, I think Moruti has quicker feet, you know what I'm saying? Even though both guys are flat footed, you know what I mean? And I think Moruti, like I said, is going to be on the front foot, putting pressure on the man Waseem, and that's what he needs to do. Make Waseem have to fight on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure if he can do that. I haven't yet seen it from him, because like I said, he's mostly flat-footed, and he stands in the pocket, right in the center of the ring, and that's what he gets to work. You know what I mean? Throwing vicious body shots. His body shot game is like that. You know what I mean? His double jab and the right hand behind it, triple jabs at times too, is where Muhammad Wasim excels. You know what I mean? Those are some of his best attributes. And I think Muhammad, what's his name? Moruti will have to play the pressure game, but also be a vicious counterpuncher. You know what I mean? You know, he's going to have to mix it up and throw different looks at Muhammad Wasim. He's going to have to, when Muhammad Wasim is double or tripling up the jab, he got to throw that left hook with conviction. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I think Moruti definitely has more power. You know what I mean? Moruti knocks fellas out. You know what I mean? Flush straight right hands, puts him. You know that one dude he fought in Panama, the Panamanian dude. Man, he knocked him out the ring. Dude was dangling on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? He was really asleep on the ropes. You check it. It reminds me of that Javian Coddington, that one particular fight, man, where if someone was leaning on the ropes, got knocked the hell out the ropes. You know what I mean? I think it was against Robert Green. You know what I'm saying? The guy who had fought Kessler got knocked out by Kessler in that Super Six. Anyways, Muhammad Wasim got the reflexes, and that's where Moruti is going to have to put pressure on this guy to be trying to just avoid punches. Yes, as far as what's his name, Muhammad Wasim, and can he throw while dodging punches, being the counter puncher? You know what I mean? That's the art of counter punching, making the man miss and then making him pay. And that's where Muhammad Wasim, I think, will have to show whether he has them type of attributes, because more times than many, he picks opponents apart. You know what I mean? Got vicious head reflexes. I'm trying to tell you, man, this guy dodges punches beautifully. You know what I mean? He gets out of the way of punches by just stepping to the side or stepping backwards, but he's not really a guy who's going to be on his bicycle, you know what I mean? And he turns his punches, you know what I mean? He throws the jab, right hand behind it, throws left hooks to the liver. But Moruti is a guy, doesn't have the best head movement, but Moruti has the high guard. And we'll see if Muhammad Wasim could make him drop his hands while Wasim is going to his rib cage to try open up for headshots. But in my opinion, Moruti needs to counter those body shots. Whenever this guy Wasim is going throwing them left hooks to the body, he needs to throw left hooks to his head. You know what I'm saying? Make him think about twice whether he wants to go to the body. You know what I mean? Because it's going to leave his head open. You check in. Moruti is a guy who, you know, he's a guy who's I would say a headhunter, but he's not a body puncher like the man Wasim. You know what I mean? So I think that this is gonna be a difficult fight, man. I think this fight it could go either way. You know what I mean? Muhammad Wasim got the amateur experience, while this guy Maruti is definitely has a professional experience. You know what I mean? And I think that the man Maruti needs to keep the high guard, walk the man down, even if he's gonna have to be the busy active fighter. He can't fight the way he did guys like Donaire. He needs to fight Wasim the way he fought Zulani Tete. Zulani Tete was a much taller fighter than the man Maruti, but Maruti, he let this guy overload on his jab. Zulani Tete started going backwards because of the pressure, and the jab, the jab from Zulani Tete just couldn't keep Maruti off of him. You know what I mean? And Maruti got on the inside and just beat the hell out of Zulani Tete and even dropped him. So I think Muhammad Wasim is going to have to show that back foot game. You know what I mean? And Maruti is going to have to show. He's going to have to be a volume puncher. I think that's the only way to beat this guy. Muhammad Wasim. Like I said, Muhammad Wasim likes to fight a comfortable fight, stand in the pocket, you know what I'm saying, and just pick opponents apart, you know what I mean? Maruti picks opponents apart but to finish him. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, he keeps the high guard. He throws one or two punches at a time. There's times he does let put his punches, his combinations together, but he's more stalking an opponent to find openings. You know what I mean? And I think Moruti is gonna have to be a volume puncher in this fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these are things that I think are keys to victory as for both guys. It's now up to both guys to see if they can employ these things. You know what I mean? Because I think what they do best, as far as maybe like Waseem, pick throwing them the doubling, tripling up the jab, throwing the straight right hand behind it, left hooks to the body, pivoting, like when he guys has a guy on the ropes. I think these type of attributes are what a guy like Muruti brings to the table as far as something to offset what Wasim brings. You know what I mean? With the pressure fighting, you check it, not letting the man stand in the pocket and chasing him down, cutting off the ring, and also throwing his punches, his combinations. Like I said, he's now going to have to be a volume puncher. So this fight could go either way, you know what I mean? But as far as my prediction, I think it's going to, I'm going off the cuff on this, you know what I mean? And I just think Wasim being the younger fighter, you know what I'm saying? I think he has a shot, but I think Moruti could get this job done, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, and I could be right, you know what I'm saying? So it's a fight I'm not confident in my pick, but I think the man Moruti, if he can make the man fight his type of fight, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a point in time in this fight we're gonna see a lot of exchanges, you know what I mean? With to the point where Maruti's experience as a veteran is going to have to make this guy fight and not be comfortable just in the pocket. So we're going to see a lot of trading and exchanging at points and times in this fight. And this fight is going to be a bomb burn. I'm trying to tell you, man, this fight is going to be excellent. We're going to see different styles and clashes in there as far as pure boxing and sweet science, and we're also going to see brawling and tactics because these two guys are trying to go for the world title, for a vacant world title that Donny Nietzsche's left back. Matter of fact, it's a world title that the man Moruti used to have too for 5 years. You know what I mean? He was a champion from like '09 till 2014. So he's trying to get back his world title. Wasim trying to be a world champion. But I think, man, if I'm just going to pick, man, I think I'm going to pick Moruti to get this job done. You know what I mean? And I think Moruti, unless he shows age, these guys, he's an older age as far as 35 years old. And this guy, Wasim, is 30, you know what I mean? Might be more fresh in the professional ranks, I'm sorry, in the professional ranks, but definitely has a long extensive amateur background. But Moruti hasn't been really looking old in the last 10 years. Granted, he ain't been fighting the best fighters in the world, you know what I'm saying? It's difficult for him to get fights. What's his name? I remember when he was supposed to fight Arnett Rangrong. That's actually how he got stripped of the world title because he ain't fight Rangrong. Rangrong was supposed to fight him. Moruti was supposed to go over there. Where's Rangrong from? I believe the Philippines, or is it Thailand? I think Thailand, yeah. But he was about to get paid peanuts. He ain't like, what do for him being the world champion, he said, forget about it. I'm not going out there to fight for peanuts, you know what I'm saying? So that's how he got stripped of his IBF strap, you know what I mean? So he's trying to get it back, and I think I'm going to pick Moruti for this fight to win via majority or split decision. You know what I'm saying? I could see a 7-5, 6-6 type of fight. You know what I mean? And I think that it could go either way, but I think Moruti might get the decision, or maybe not. Wasim is the fight's gonna be in Malaysia. You know what I'm saying? Wasim is a guy trained by TMT by what's his name, Jeff Mayweather. So you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? And also Wasim being an Asian fighter from Pakistan, the fight being over there in Malaysia. These type of things could play into the judge's hands. But I think Maruti, win or lose, I think he'll get it done, you know what I'm saying, and win a majority or split decision. B Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. Excellent fight. I hope more people put up some predictions and talk about this fight, man, because I'm looking forward to it. B Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. And I'm out of here. One. Let me know who y'all think gonna win this fight, matter of fact. Maruti or Wasim. Peace.